Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds, and today we're back on the HMS hood with part 5. Okay, so this week we're back on the ship. I'm going to get the hull back down today, and we're going to do the propeller shafts and everything for them and get the everything and all the rudders and everything on today. Okay, so last time we done work on the hull, we actually fitted these braces in here. This was a few episodes ago now. We haven't secured the decking down. I ain't going to secure the decking down just yet. Probably going to do this stage here first. So we've got to get all these parts on so we can get our prop shafts and our props on, and our rudder down here as well, so we can get all that on. I'm just going to put the rods through just to line up these parts here to make sure they're straight, and then once we've done that, I'll be taking them back out for painting. So I'm not actually fitting the propellers today, so we're just using the propeller shafts just to help us get everything lined up. So we're going to do that today, get the hull ready for painting basically, and yeah, then we can secure the decking on after that. But I want to get the decking painted before I do some more work on the deck, because the next few parts we're moving on to putting decking parts down, like some ammunition lockers, some other little details down there, and we're starting on stuff for the superstructure. So yeah, and there's a top deck there. So probably what I'll do is we'll get the propellers on, get everything ready for the propellers, and get the hull ready for painting, and that's that done and ready to paint, and we'll paint that probably in the next issue, the next stage. We'll get that all painted. So yeah, and then we can get the decking painted as well, get that all the right colour, and then we can start moving on to getting all these little bits on in a future part. But probably what I'll do is, once I've got these propellers on, got the whole ready for painting, we can actually move on to doing little bits of the superstructure before they're ready. So these go up in levels. So this is the bottom level of the superstructure. So we can actually do the whole of the bottom of the superstructure, get that ready to go on, and yeah, start making bits up to go on there and ready for painting. And we can get that all ready for painting and then get them on. So it says here to put the ladders down here. So there's a ladder going to go down there, or some steps or something, they're going to go down there. You don't want to put them on first. You want to put them on after you've put the part of the superstructure on there, because you're going to knock it, you're going to bang it, you're going to bend it. I've already had, over the last few days, when I've done the gun turrets, the photo etch on there, it's very, very delicate, the photo etch, so you need to be careful. So that's probably what we're going to do today, is we're going to start off by getting this part done first, and then we may move on to getting this part ready. So here we are, we've got this end here. This is what we're going to be working with here. So the rudder's going to go here, and then obviously the prop shafts and the props and everything are going to go here. So we do have indentations on the side just here where these parts can go. So they're going to line up on there, something like that, and get plugged into there. And the rudder is obviously going to go on the back here, so we can get that fixed in as well. And so the first things we can do is take out our sort of prop shafts, if you like. We're going to have them. You don't need the chain, just leave that in the little baggie it gets. So get your prop shafts, and we're going to start lining this up. So we've got two different types of these. They will only fit in on the one. So these two are the same, and these two are the same. So if you try and fit the one for this one onto this one, it won't fit properly. It will stick out at an angle, which you don't want. So this one's going to go in here, and the prop's going to come out of there just like so. So we don't really, before I glue this in, I want to get everything on. Okay, so we're going to start off with these two rudders here, not the furthest ones back, but these two here. So we're going to need to put these ones on, which is E17. So we're going to need two of them, one on each side. There's one there, and I believe it's this one. Yep. And then we're going to need these two parts here, which is A12 and A13. So now we can take a prop shaft, and basically what we can do is we can slide that prop shaft through there, making sure it goes through the hole just like that. And that's all we're going to do, and we're going to glue this in place. But we're going to take a look at the inside and see if we can glue it from the inside, so we don't get no ugly glue work on the outside. So these ones can probably be glued from the outside, but these ones I want to glue from the inside. So it looks like they're going to line up just fine, so we can take that out just like so. We can put a little dollop of glue just on the outside, so I'm going to put some Tamiya extra thin on this. So we're going to go all the way around on this part here. Getting it all nice and soaked, push that part into place and give it a good push up. Harder you push, the better your seam work will be on this, and less you'll have to tidy up. So I'm going to give that a hold, just like so. Do exactly the same with the other side now. So let's get this on. Some glue all the way around, or cement, or whatever you want to call it. There we are, that should do. Give that a good push in, making sure that this stays in place. So let's get that in. Get our shaft back in. Good push. There you are. So that's that part done. So now I think we could probably turn this over and we should be able to see them shafts from the inside. No, we can't. So they have to be glued from the outside. I thought they might have went all the way through, but they don't actually go all the way in. So we can take one of these out and we can either put some extra fin in these little holes just on here, just there, or we can put it on the actual tab part. So let's get it on the tab. So I'm going to make sure my rod is in there, get it on the tab all the way around both sides. You want a good bond on this. Apologies if you can hear all the traffic. As you can tell, I've moved into this model shed and it is outside, and I'm recording this on a Sunday, so there's lots of traffic about. Right, that should be good enough. Now we can start sliding this back into place, getting it in the right way, making sure that goes into there. Good push again. And there you are. That's one side on, and as you can see, that fits back in there. No problems at all. No major gaps either. So I just need to do the same on this side. So let's take this one back out and get some extra fin on this as well. All the way around. And let's get this back into place. Making sure that shaft fits back into here as well, so make sure you've got a good parallel holes then, you know what I mean, so you've got no problems with getting your prop shafts in. So that's that one on. So now we just need to, we can take these parts out and we can basically do exactly the same for the other two propeller shafts. Alright, so again we're going to start off with this part here. Get some extra fin all the way around. This is the quick drying one, this one I'm using here. Let's get that in. Nice strong push up against it. Minimize your gaps. And then we can do this side here. So we can pull that forward, take this one out. Some cement around the edges here. And this one as well, all the way around. Just like so, and then we can get this one back in, making sure we get it the right way. So there we are. Don't push that hard. I had to redo that because I pushed a bit too hard and didn't have it lined up properly. But now we've got that all lined up properly. That is that one in place, just like so. Last one to do now on this side. Let's get all the cement around there. Lovely jubbly. Push and hold. Prop shaft in. Just there's fine. Give that a hold for a few minutes. It does take a few minutes for this Tamiya just to grab it and hold it in place. So that's fine. Now we can pull this one back out just a tad and do some more on this, and that'll be our propeller shaft parts all done, ready to go. We just need to make up the propellers at a later stage. That'll probably be one of the last things I do, really. You don't really need them in, and I might go for some brass ones, brass propellers, because I do like the look of the brass propellers, and fit them on. So I think a trip to Dean's Marines will be in order to go and get them. If you're in England, that's in Peterborough. It's a little shop. They do have an online store. Link will be in the description if you want to go along and check them out. Let's get that on there. Perfect. Hold that there. And that is basically all of them done. So we can get all of our prop shafts, and they should just slide straight in nicely, just like that. And they will have our propellers on the end. Obviously I haven't got the right propellers in the right ones. I don't know if they're any different. I don't think they are. I think you can put any propeller on any one, but that is that basically. So let me bring it in a little bit closer, and you can see that looking very, very good. It's important to have them lined up in the correct position. So that's that. So the only thing left to do that we're going to do is fit the actual rudder. And there you go, that's our rudder. Some nice details on there. We do have 3 holes on here. I don't know why there's 3 holes. There's 2 on this side. But we're basically going to be fitting that into down here. So we can get that in there. This is like a, you don't have to glue this. I'm not going to glue this in. This is like a push fit. So I'm going to push that in, get that in there. You can glue it if you want, but you can leave it so it's sort of floppy, but it is a little floppy in there. So do I put some glue in there? I'm not gonna just yet, but does that come through the other side? Yes, it does. So that pops through just there. A little tiny, tiny hole just there, and that's where your rudder comes in and sits. As you can see, there's the hole. So you can actually have this moving, or you can have it sat at a certain angle if you like, or you can have it turning to starboard or to port. It's up to you really. So let's get this back in. So I'm just going to leave that like that for now. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take these propeller shafts out. And if you do want to put these safe for a sec, if you do want to have this at a certain angle, I'd recommend gluing it from that side, because you can see the hole. So get it in the position you want. So say you want it just like that, or going straight, little touch of glue just on there will hold it in place. So that is basically this whole part all done, ready for painting now. So yeah, very, very cool. Just don't be careful if you're putting that down like that. You don't want to knock off any of these parts that we've just glued in. So now we can move on to doing some other parts now. Okay, so we've got this piece which is going to be on the lower decking, and it's got 2 reels, two on either side. So we've got one I've already built just there, and one goes next to it there. On the other side, a slightly smaller one, and a smaller one goes next to it as well there. So we're going to make them 2 up. I'll show you how I did that. So we're going to need some bits of photo etch. Now this is the kit photo etch. I have got replacements for these in the decking pack, but the photo etch for that isn't that good. You're not going to see it. It's not very much detailed than this. So we're going to go with the kit photo etch, and I actually prefer the reels for this as well, which don't fit on the Edward photo etch. So let's bend that over. You can see your bends in there. I don't know if you can make that out, but there's a little line just down there. We need to line up with that, and then we can bend that over. So we don't want to go all the way over with this one just yet. We're just going to want to take our reel, and we're going to put that just inside there, which can be difficult because of the size. It's quite small. So getting the hole lined up. because this will turn in here if we do it right. There we are. And then I'll get the top part on. Ooh. Right, so I'm going to just squeeze this in a bit more. Help me line it up. Just like that. And trying to keep it in line. Give it a squeeze. And now we can take our little pliers and we're just going to pinch the top inwards just so it holds that and the edge don't bend back out. There we are. That's one of them. So that's one there. Now we can do the smaller one as well now. Exactly the same thing, just smaller and longer. So on the line, bend it in. Same again. On the line, bend it in. There is specific photo etch bending tools you can get. I don't have any of them, so I'm having to use tweezers, pliers. These are flat nose. These are flat pliers on the inside. There's no ridges on the inside of them. So I don't want to put marks on the photo etch or nothing. But that's the best I've got at the moment. That's that side in. And that side is in as well. Right, so now we can squeeze these together just like we did the last one. And there we are. That's our second reel all made up now. So we've got 1 and 2. So now we just need to get these on here. So we're going to need some super glue for this. I'm just going to use an old part work plastic tub for this. I'm going to put some glue in there, make a little reservoir. I'm going to use a cocktail stick to put some on the back. So let's get a cocktail stick. Right, I'm going to go with the big one first. I'm going to apply the glue to the back of the actual photo etch. Right, now, I'll try and use my pliers. Might not let me though. And we can line that up in there. Might be better off using tweezers actually. I'm going to use tweezers. Alright, so now let's lower this second reel in. Line that up. Drop that one into place. Right next to that one. And now we've got the 2 reels just there. So now we need to get the second one on this side here. So I think it might be easier if I put the glue actually on the part. Get a bit more control that way. There we are. Let's take this reel, lower that one down. There we are. Let's give that a hold for a second. And there we are. 2 on that side, 2 on that side. So we're going to leave this detail now for another week. We'll come back to this after the decking's been painted. So this is pretty much ready to go on. It just needs painted. So the last thing I'm going to do this week, I know I said I was going to go on to doing a bit of the superstructure, but I have got that here. This is part of all the little parts in there. As you can see, ready to go on. So these I'm going to do next week. So I did look in the instructions, and we have 35 ammunition lockers to make up. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is starting making some of these up, because these are going to take a while to make up. So first thing I'm going to do is going to take the front of the ammunition locker. We're just going to add the back to it, which is just this flat piece of plastic. I'm just going to slot in just like that, and that would be the kit part complete. So really easy to make if you're making 35 of them. Nice, quick and easy. If you're doing it with the Pontos set, you completely replace all of this, and every single one has to be made of photo etch. And if you're making it with the Edouard one like I am, we're going to have to clean this up, take the face off it, and then we're going to be adding a couple of bits of photo etch to it. so it's not as much work as the Pontos set. So I'm just going to file this down, and then we'll get this photo etch on. And there we are, that's that all filed down. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply some super glue to the front. Now you can use CA glue. CA glue and super glue are basically the same thing, but there's a couple of differences, but yeah, they're basically the same thing. So that's why I'm using super glue, because that's what I have. So the part with the little notch at the bottom, that is the bottom of the locker. And let me show you the photo etch detail. So this is the photo etch detail. This side here is the actual bottom of the locker. So we need to line that up with this. Dropping that down. Make sure it's square. So it's right there. There we go, that's that side on. And now we can start putting the sides on. So we've got two sides to put on, and you can tell them apart because, let me show you. There's two different sides. A darker side and a shinier side. The shinier side goes down onto the part, and you want these little arms on the side to be facing down the ways. So that's what we want. And I'm going to apply some glue. Well, I've got that on the tweezers. So this one, it would be the right hand side. Lower that down. Just like that. And then we can do the same this side. Let's get some more on there. And grab this side. Again, making sure the arms are facing down. Line it up best you can. There we are. So I'm going to hold that, let that dry, and then we've got some more of these to make up. So you get 9 of these per sprue. So these are all on one sprue. But there's 4 different sprues of the same sprue, so you get 9 on each. So I'm going to make, each time I get a sprue G out, I'm going to make all 9 up. So I'm going to make all 9 off of this sprue that this one came off. So there we are. There's the first 9 ammunition lockers all made up, ready to be painted. So if you hadn't noticed yet, I'm doing a couple of bits so I can do quite a bit of painting to start off with. So I'm hoping to get the painting started in the next stage. If I do, I will get all of these parts painted up and the hull painted up, ready to go. So then we can start adding details to the decking, get the decking painted, and then start putting these parts on. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it didn't go on too long for you. And I know I did say I was going to start a bit of the superstructure today, but after taking all the parts off, I did think that would take quite a bit of time to do. So that's why I thought I'd just do some ammunition lockers, because we have got a fair few of them to make. So yeah, it brings forward something that I would have done in a few weeks anyway. And yeah, it starts off making them now, so we can get to that point and we can fit all 35 at the same time then. So yeah, that's really, really good. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please remember to leave a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.